Welcome to the Depositing Files in JorumOpen vidcast. This is one of a series of short vidcasts on different aspects of using JorumOpen. Jorum is a free online service providing access to learning and teaching resources, and JorumOpen enables resources licensed under Creative Commons to be deposited and reused openly. For more information, please visit our website www.jorum.ac.uk. And for support, please email us on support@jorum.ac.uk. The aim of this vidcast is to show you how to deposit files, such as documents, presentation slides, audio and video files, in JorumOpen. In order to deposit any resource in JorumOpen, you need to log in, and you will need to have created a profile in JorumOpen. If you want to know more, please refer to the vidcasts Logging in to JorumOpen and Creating a Profile in JorumOpen. For the purposes of this demonstration, I've already logged in, as you can see here, and I'm ready to deposit. So this is the JorumOpen homepage, and in order to deposit, I'm going to click on Deposits in the My Account section at the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. As you can see here, I've already added a few items. There are my complete deposits, but I want to start a new deposit, so I'm going to click on this link here. Select a collection enables you to choose an FE or HE subject area to allocate to your resource, and there are quite a few to choose from, as you can see. I'll just scroll down, show you. As you'll see shortly, you will have further opportunity to describe your resource in more detail using keywords later in the deposit process. So for now, we're going to select a subject from this menu, and then we will click on Next. I'll choose HE Technologies for now. Click on Next. You can now choose whether to deposit a file or a web link, which would link to resources held elsewhere, for example. Depositing web links is covered in a separate vidcast. So for this demonstration, we're going to select a file, that's already checked, and click on Next. To upload the file, we need to click on Browse and select the resource that we want to upload. So I'm just going to navigate to the place where my resource is. This is it, a PDF file. Check it, click on Open, and there the address appears. Now at this stage, you can add another file to this deposit if you want to group several files together which will appear under the same description or metadata record, for example. To do this, you can click on Upload File and add another. However, for this demonstration, we're just going to add a single file, so we're going to click on Next. But you can also go back a step with Previous, and at any stage you can click on the Save and Exit button there and return to your deposit at a later date. Also, just to point out on this screen, there is a breadcrumb trail of buttons along the top of the screen, and that's to enable you to keep track of where you're up to in the deposit process. So let's proceed. Click on Next with this deposit. Okay, you can now enter some further details. I'm going to start with the title for my resource. Jorum OER Deposit Tool Guide. And I'm going to add a description in the overview box. This can be as much or as little information as you like. You may like to consider using this space to describe how your resource is or has been used, for example. So I'll just enter my description. Okay, I'll scroll down through the screen. You can also add keywords, and you can add as many of these as you like. So click on the box, type in the keyword, click on the Add button, and if I scroll back down, you'll see that the Jorum keyword has been added. I'm going to add in another one, JorumOpen, click on add, and you can see here how they're mounting up. I'll just enter one more. Open educational resources. Okay, so as you can see, there's quite a lot of flexibility there. Okay, what I'm going to show you next is what happens if you omit a required field. So say we forget to put in the author, click on the next button. What will have happened is that this field has been marked as required. So I'll just put in my name as an author. I can also add several authors, as I could for keywords. So I'll add in another one here. Click on add each time. Okay, so I'm now ready to proceed. I've added in all the information I want to. So click on next. As you'll now see, we're at the stage of indicating the Creative Commons license which is to be attached to the resource. There is further information about Creative Commons. For example, you can click on the link here and this will actually take you through to the Creative Commons website. But for now, I'm going to go back. And the other thing that you can do on this screen is, if you want to know a bit more about these licenses, if you hover over these buttons, for example here, if you actually then click on them, further information about that license appears, as you can see here. So it explains in a little bit more detail what you can and can't do with that license. So we're going to close this screen just here with this little button. So we're back within our deposit process. I'm going to choose this last license here and I'm going to click on next. Okay, this is the final stage of the deposit process. What you need to do is have a look at the terms of service for the use of JorumOpen. They're listed there. And there is an opportunity here to contact the Jorum support team if you need any help. But if you're happy, then click that you have read and click on the Complete Deposit button. So we now have a confirmation telling us that we'll either get an email notification to say the deposit was either successful, or the email will let you know if there was a problem with your deposit. We'll see an example of an email next, and these do come through relatively quickly after the deposit. But from this page, you can either check the deposit by clicking on the Go to the Deposits page, and this shows us all the things that, in my case, I've already deposited. Or you can also start a new deposit either from here or from the previous screen. So I'm going to go now to an example email. So the title will be JorumOpen Submission Approved and Archived. This is a previous example that I used. And what you'll see here is a URL. This is the persistent link or permanent web address within JorumOpen for your resource, and you can use this to point others directly to your resource. So the resource has now been added to JorumOpen and is available across the world. And this concludes the depositing files in JorumOpen vidcast.